What's up everybody? I got a new mod video for you guys today. Today we're looking at the Priority Earth Overhaul mod. I saw that the creator of the mod made a post on Twitter/X about an update to it. And seeing this I was like, bet, let's check it out. But as I went to the mod page, I realized something. I've never played this mod. Oh yeah, let's change that. This mod sets out to improve Mass Effect 3's final mission in a way so that it doesn't feel like you're playing a mod but a natural experience. So with that you get restored content, bug fixes, new gameplay elements, the works. Does it achieve this goal? Let's find out. If you've been here for a while, you know how these go, but for everyone new, basically I'm going to show off some of the things that I like from the mod, things that I may not have been able to show off but are still a part of the mod, and then give my overall thoughts on everything. I give enough information for you to get the gist of the mod, but also leave out enough for you to discover on your own should you want to play it for yourself. After you get through the introduction with Hackett and Anderson, you'll get to deploy 3 teams of your choosing to destroy the other Hades cannons in the area. This is supposed to be similar to the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2, where certain squads are better suited to the task than others. Bad choices can reduce your total military strength. There is no time limit to destroy the AA gun. Failure to do so results in a game over, and the video is supposed to play showing your forces being wiped out. This does give more urgency to the beginning part of the mission, at least for me, as seeing that bar go down made me giddy up and dump the suppressor pistol into everybody. Both times I played it, I got to around about half of the time being gone, so the time limit isn't too stingy, but you can't waste too much time either. There are different things that are supposed to happen for the Cortez cutscene should he die. The way this happens, however, has been changed. It is now predicated solely on whether you visited him at the Citadel Memorial, so if you did, he lives. If not, see you in paradise, Cortez. There are some new lines you can hear when picking up the cane, and the ensuing firefight has been altered to make things a little less tedious. So one of the goals of this mod is to make the final level feel like a cohesive whole with no performance drop, instead of having sections of the mod load one at a time. So now you can see areas that you've already been to, as well as the ones that you're going to, or more specifically, the areas that you came from or going to look the same as when you look back at them or directly at them. One of the ways that this works is that you can now see James if you look down over the edge of the building, which makes you not get how the vanilla game has his squad shown but not him. Would it have been too much to add his model too? He also has new lines, particularly the ones where he talks about his family. Also, if you look back on the ledge where the turret is, everyone is still rendered down on the street. This mod restores the original interaction with Garrison and Knife Platoon.
Platoon, formation. Commander Shepard, the 9th Platoon of the Turian Hierarchy salutes you. Your courage, your grit, and your aim are an inspiration to us all. We're honored to know you, proud to have served alongside you, and damn glad you never became an accountant.
I love the look on Shepard's face. They look appreciative, but thrown off by it at the same time. You can also talk to Primarch Victus, and have it be a full conversation instead of ambient dialogue. In the command room, you can now access the War Asset Terminal and see the consequences of your choices during the assignment. If you spoke to Kirrahe on Surkesh, he and STG will now appear in the hub. You can listen to his speech if you want. The man was born to lead, I'll give him that. The Geth Prime conversation was restored, and it also has a dialogue wheel allowing you to repeat conversation points. My favorite feature of the mod is that you'll gain help from the other races and temporary squad mates as you traverse no man's land. Depending on how you handle the Tachanka situation, a ship full of Krogan or Solarians will appear and help deal with the Reapers. And some Geth Primes will drop down to help you protect the second Mako and take out the Harvester. And can I say how cool this is already? Later on, you'll encounter Grunt, Kirrahe, and some other Krogan and Solarians holding it down. But because this is Mass Effect 3, the others die not too long after you get there. That has always been a minor gripe of mine. I get we're supposed to be him or her, and having all that supplemental help might make things too easy, but it was always off-putting how the other combatants just die when you get there. I didn't see Kirrahe on my first attempt either. I happened to see him when I turned around after things died down at the Brute Alley, but he was with the Krogan the whole time. We saw Kirihee in action earlier in the game, but only for one particular section of Surkesh, so by having him here, it's like he's really fulfilling his promise to help us with the cause. The Oxford store now has no enemies. This was done to slow down the pacing and give you a moment to regroup. However, the next encounter was made to be more difficult. The video where the Reaper Destroyer takes out him or forces now plays at the door leading into the Oxford bar. So radio dialogue has been repositioned in order to match what's going on. Once you get to the square where the Thanix Makos are, you'll find Zaid and Jacob duking it out with the Reapers, and they'll join your party too. So combined with Shepard and their party, plus Rex and Kirihee, that's a 7-person team. I feel like this should have been in the vanilla game, as it just feels like the ultimate accumulation of friendships and alliances that you've developed over the years. To have them on the front lines helping you out, it just feels right. If only we had Samara in the Justicars or Miranda here, that would be amazing, but that might be a little bit too much. This fight is also a little different than before. The Makos now have a health bar, and the Harvesters will now target the Makos, so now on top of dealing with the foot soldiers, you have to watch for these bastards. And it's easy to forget about them, especially when the Brutes and Banshees start coming in. But it does add a new wrinkle to a fight that you may have done a half dozen times at this point. A turret has also been added to the level to give you some more firepower. However, you won't have it forever. It'll get destroyed by a Harvester at a point, so make use of it while you got it. There was also some new dialogue restored for your squad mates, Major Coates and Edie. Edie will let you know when the Reaper is coming into range, giving you an idea of when the missiles will be ready to launch. You can also fail the mission if you don't fire the missiles in a certain amount of time, so don't be too far away from them. Now for the beam assault and the Elusive Man confrontation, I didn't see anything too different, but it looks like there will be something in a future update judging by the Elusive Man control meter in the mod trailer, and it does look interesting. So, for this mod to work properly, Take Back Earth cannot be installed. I learned this the hard way, as when I got to the beam assault, everything looked crazy saturated, and after the Nori cutscene where you help the guys get back on the ship, the game would freeze, and Shepard looks like they were indoctrinated. There are a couple mods that you shouldn't use as well, such as the Miranda mod, but this one should work with the next update. You shouldn't use Project Variety, Turian Fireteam, or Legion Lives, as these conflict with the mod in one way or another. But overall, this mod is good. I do like the changes. They let you play this mission in a different way, and as someone who has played this mission more times than they can probably count on both hands, I welcome it. I love that you get to fight alongside old squad mates and work with Kirihee again. I always felt that Mass Effect 3 was missing something by not having a Krogan member in the squad, and I mean we do get that with the Citadel DLC with Rex, but now we get Grunt too. I love it. And I do like when these mods restores things like dialogue, and just does little things to set it apart from other mods similar to it. This mod video took me a bit longer to get out than I originally wanted. The mod update came out later than expected, but it was worth the little wait. I'll put this mod in the description if you guys are interested, but I want to thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
DJ Sonic Freak.